Okay, so the film Lee, starring Kate Winslet, shouldn't have actually affected me as much as as much as it did. I don't know if any other audience member just cried, but I did. Okay, so it's basically one of the best sort of war films that I've ever seen. Kate Winslet is just superb. The twist at the end, I wasn't expecting at all. Although it was done it was a really, really subtle twist, but I just still wasn't expecting it. A lot of films have a bit of a build-up. This didn't. I literally just sat in. Oh my god! I just, when you're the aching, like on your neck and your jaw, and then how hot the tears are when they're running down your cheeks. That's what I just had. Why the fuck did that? It was just so poignant and so well performed. It was brilliant. Usually, war films bore the shit out of me. They really do. Whether it's World War One or World War Two, some war films are so boring. But this one, God, is it really bad to say it was entertaining? So, it was just really brilliantly put together. There was no sort of walkie-talkie, lengthy shite going on. It was basically Kate Winslet as a much older woman narrating her time as a war photographer. Until the twist at the end. It was. I don't know what to say about this. I just felt really, I just cried. It was quite emotional. Not everybody is going to like it. If you're, my God, if you're a real Fast and Furious fanatic, or if you love a bit of Beetlejuice, you're going to think this is boring as shit. But I didn't mind it at all. Just what is it about Kate Winslet? Normally I find her films really boring and really dull, but this one she was just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. The visuals were second to none. The explosions, the war tanks, the setting and scenery, it was all just perfect. Brilliantly set. Brilliantly cast. So strange to see Andy Samberg from Brooklyn Nine-Nine not running around and being goofy and stupid with Chelsea Peretti and Melissa Fumero. It was so strange to see him play it straight, basically. There really isn't much more I can say other than I cried. If you're into your military history and World War history, no doubt you'll absolutely love it. But it was just. It's one to watch if you're a historian. Kate Winslet was just, she was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I don't know what is happening to me in the past couple of days, but I've just seen 2 films in a row that have really impacted me. Yesterday's one, Speak No Evil, was more sort of edge of my seat, didn't even want to go to the toilet style entertainment. This one, was I drinking last night? No, I wasn't drinking. I had 2 cups of tea at 9 p.m. That's all I had. So I don't know why. Oh my God, if I watched Lee on a hangover, I'd be on the floor in fucking pieces, I tell you. Right, anything negative about this film? Kate Winslet's made up to look like an old woman, but not made up enough. So she's playing the older version of Lee, but her eyes are still glowing and sparkly, and she's still she's just Kate Winslet with a few wrinkles. That could have been a bit better, and it still has the same voice as the younger one. I know it's petty, I know I'm picky, but I sort of look out for those things. Someone has to really put on a really old person voice. Do you know what I mean? Something not like that, but yeah. Whatever. Some of the scenes where she goes into the war, or she heads in directly into the war camps, are just. God, she's so strong and determined a character. She's so robust as well that it just makes really compelling viewing. And when she goes into the war camps, there are some real there are some scenes that sort of rendered me sort of. like just sort of, like starting to get emotional, especially the guy in the hospital bed who's all bandaged up, and she's trying to take his picture and talking, mentions how lovely his eyes are or something. I don't know. Anyway, right. So, would I watch this again? Probably not. Once is enough. And I think, it's a bit too emotional and dramatic for me. I'm very surprised I enjoyed this, because usually films like this are plain shite. But the fact how it captures the very atmosphere, the essence of the world wars, Nazi Germany, and in fact all the other countries, celebrations, commiserations, even the backing cast, the extras were just brilliant. Like, they must have had a right ball working with Kate Winslet. That was decent. Decent watch. Wow, Christ. My God. Naturally, it brought up at the end the real life pictures that Lee took, and pictures of the real life woman herself, which I love in films. There's nothing worse than a biopic that doesn't sort of spring the images at the end when the credits roll. I love that. So that's it. That was Lee. Oh God. I was about to say I needed that. I don't think I needed that. But that was cool. Yeah. Oh my God. I think I need to do something to perk myself up now. Jesus. Well done, Andy Samberg. Samberg. And just brilliant work by Kate Winslet as well. So. Right, okay. There's nothing I just can't fault the performance, the backing cast, the set and scenery, and the captivating sort of dramatics that happen throughout. Just took me by surprise. Normally films like this really drag out certain scenes, and this didn't. It just sort of moved at a real decent pace. Brilliant.